Hey, y'all, what's up? I hope everyone had a great week. I got these Aunt Jemima braids in my head. I took my hair out. I had URI. So for people that don't know medical terminology, it's upper respiratory infection. So I've been asleep, just like get my son to school and all that other stuff. I felt real bad Monday and Tuesday. I made a video for Raw, half of it, and then fell asleep. And then thought about making the other half. I was like, I'm gonna post it today and connect it to this Facebook Smackdown. But it really don't matter now. I feel like so I'm still on the ether. I got Sudafed. I need to take, matter of fact, like the Walmart version of Mucinex type Sudafed. He told me to take. Because I couldn't even, like, it was so bad, my allergies and sinuses, I couldn't even breathe. What that mess? I had to put it somewhere. After I took it, I fell asleep. On the couch. I fell asleep on the couch. So it might have fell under my couch. Anyways, sorry. So today was, I don't know why, but Raw seems quicker because it's going down from 3 to 2. So my brain always expects it to be longer. SmackDown seems like it goes like this. And because so much happens in 2 weeks, I feel like now, if I look down and try to tweet something and look up, I'd be lost. So now, like, okay, so like last week, I watched Raw. Excuse me. I fell asleep. And the week before that, I was like, oh, so after Raw goes off, to make up for the extra hour, we're doing like segues and stuff on Twitter and then posting stuff on YouTube. I didn't watch the last week's. Like, I watched the week before when Miz got kidnapped, and then I watched when Bo and them had him and stuff like that. So I don't know what happened after that. Normally after SmackDown Raw, I watch like the lowdown or something, like the interviews after that. But I normally don't watch that until like Sunday or something, or like Saturday. And then I'll add it to my commentary on Monday. I did this week while I was cleaning up, see how Saudi reacted to Jay and his music. He was literally out there for 10 minutes. They were singing his music. They had cut it off. He had cut it back, the music back on. Then they was having to do like this. I watched them go doom buggying. I watched them ride camels. I watched Liv have was it the falcon on her arm? It was a beautiful white falcon on her arm. And like the vlog for them getting ready. And I already said that like Candice and not Candice, Lord, Chelsea and Piper won best gear, but the hair too, when they did the clothes, she did full body, she won. Okay, last time she went to Saudi, she won because everybody's like, Bianca's been eating her for looks, which she has, but when it comes to Saudi gear, nobody has beaten Chelsea with this Saudi gear. I don't know who her gear designer is, but they've been doing that. Okay, so the beginning of this, it was I think the OTC. So Jimmy and Roman comes out, and then it's funny because as soon as Roman talks, Jay's music plays, and Jay comes out, and my hair just, I might have to take these cornrows out, and then let my scalp breathe, and then he comes out. He was like, hey, excuse me. Just hear him out. Like, you ain't gotta do too much. Just hear him out, right? So he, Sami comes out, which is one of my favorite songs. It's not one of my like bop songs, like Solo's entrance or Dragon Lee's entrance or like Eo's entrance where I could dance, but it's like one of those songs that as soon as I hear it, I just start smiling. It's a feel-good song. So his song comes out. He talks about how for a second there he missed, it felt like old times and stuff like that. And then he was like, me and Jimmy be bobbing the music and you be up front being cool and Jay be in the back being a lifetime hater. I was crying. I don't know why I was laughing at that. And then, ooh, sorry. And then they were talking about how he should apologize and stuff like that. So Roman was like, I'm gonna apologize. I was like, first of all, Roman is not gonna apologize. I don't know what he said. Solo said before, he was like, I see you smirking for a while because you like the idea to stand third. But before Sami got in the ring, it was a stare down. You're right, talking about how the stare down was perfect. And they showed him staring at Roman, and then they showed Roman staring with Jimmy in the background. And I was like, it would have been more epic, my opinion, if production would like zoomed in on Roman a little bit more to cut Jimmy out. And because I'm like, with Solo coming in the ring by himself, his don't have to be zoomed in as much because he doesn't have no one behind him. So we're only focusing on him. But because Roman's in the ring with others, some of us get distracted with the other people in the ring when they did that little face off. So he was like, he told Jay, was like, I apologize for allowing you to let him come or whatever. He was like, he's not even family. Like, what is he doing here? And stuff like that. It's still weird that Jay has a red Yeet shirt, because that's the same Yeet shirt I got from Jimmy, but it said no across it. And Jay got a They Not The One shirt, and now Roman has a shirt that says OTC, and on the side it said Yeet. Because I was like, does that say Yeet on his shirt? Oh, this is just so bad. I don't think Sami sells gear like that. And if he does, he hasn't displayed it in a while. I know he uses the proceeds of it or some of it to build, like, I think he said to get clean water wells. Is it clean water wells? No, it's medical facilities, I think, for over there in Syria. Which now with the climate, how the climate is over there in the Middle East, I don't know if, honestly, if he's still doing that just to keep people safe. He might be using the proceeds for something else. My hair is just so bad. Like, I had to braid it up. And then, so he was like, you're not family, this, that, and the third. He rolls out. Now, this is the one part I agree when production didn't need to play his music. Because on Monday when he left out, I was like, production missed their opportunity to play his music. When he was like, you should come out, Usos, and so he's like, I see Sully Uso. He was like, come out. And he was like, just hear us out or whatever. And they played his music. And they didn't play his music. And I was like, production, y'all should have played his music. Well, that's what I put in my last video that I didn't post. I was like, y'all should have played his music, like, to give us that. But then at the same time, I'm like, if y'all wanted to try to make it like a somber type feeling on Monday as well, then that makes sense to not play it. Because like I said, Sami has such like a feel-good song. So it that wouldn't have came out well. Oh man. And then I forgot I cut my bangs right here. I got bangs. And then so then they show Bayley. And I was like, Bayley's makeup and stuff looks great. Like, she looks great. She came out to the ring. I was like, who is she fighting? She ended up fighting Candice. Candice, I don't know if it's because I ain't seen her on TV in a while. It must be because I ain't seen her on TV in a while. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I think I see her in that gear. But I like it. And it kind of matches her wig. Someone else, Twitter pointed out that when she came out, she did like this. And normally her and Indy would do that. And I was like, oh, that's sad. And I'm like, Indy got drafted 6 months ago. And as soon as she got drafted, and I was like, and this is what I mean when I be like, if you have no use for people, just keep them where they are. Because she very much could have been a part of still the NXT division down there with so much stuff going on with the women. But at the same time, with the climate of the way the women is going down there and stuff like that, I don't know if she would have fit in. I'm not sure. I don't know if she was a heel or a face down there, to be honest, because I wasn't really checking. Like, outside of Roxanne, when I started back watching a year ago, I wasn't really checking for the rest of the girls, to be honest with you. So I don't know. Ooh. And then, so I don't know. It is what it is. Like, they have the talent, but we'll see what happens. And the funny part is, most of them go to TNA, which teams up with WWE. So a lot of them, they doing crossovers, like when Dana or Ash by Elegance on TNA came back. Vic was even confused, because he was like, Ash by Elegance, and he was like, y'all confusing me with these name switch ups. And I was like, because WWE don't let you release and get your name. Like, can you buy them out for that? Is that a stipulation in the contract? Or you have to patent your name and then bring it over, so that even if they keep it for merch, you could still use it and take it other places? Like, how is that? Because if that's my name, like Jade, and I go elsewhere, you can't tell me I can't use my name. Like, that's crazy. Well, to me it is. But business-wise, I get it. Like, but still, my hair itches so bad, so it looks a mess because I got it out right now. I'm about to braid it back up, but ooh. And then yeah, so Bayley ended up fighting Candice. Candice tried to pull some trick like she normally does, I think, and Bayley caught on to it, and Bayley ended up winning. So Candice lost that match. So I was like, I want to see where they're going with Candice, because right now it seems like they're trying to push her. Okay, I'll get into that later. I'll get into that a little later. So then after that, they showed, they announced that Elimination Chamber was in Toronto, the same place that they had Money in the Bank, which I was wondering where they were going to have it. I was like, because I was like, last year, Elimination Chamber was my son's birthday, because his birthday was on 24th, which is a Saturday. And I was like, I wonder, because then I was looking at stuff for EC, and I was like, it's been out of the country the last couple years. And I was like, I wonder where it's going to be at. So, because I'm trying to buy tickets for daggone Royal Rumble, but they're not even on freaking sale. There's just the priority packages. I don't need a priority package. I just need tickets. Like, that's all I need. And I'm like, y'all so busy trying to sell these WrestleMania tickets that y'all got closer PLEs coming up, and the tickets not even dropped yet. Like, can I get the tickets to Royal Rumble? Okay. If y'all want to slide me, send me an email to send me some tickets to WrestleMania through the mail or through my email. Like, please do that. But I need Royal Rumble tickets, because WrestleMania was too expensive to send me and try to pay for my niece and my son. And it's just me paying for this stuff. And the least expensive thing for WrestleMania weekend was the hotel, which I still have booked. But like the Royal Rumble ticket, the tickets itself, which I was only going to do one day, I think, $1,700 though for 2 days is not bad. Because I was going to do the part that, goes down. I don't want to be on the floor if I can't see. Like, that defeats the purpose. And then I was going to be on the side. I don't care how far back it was. I was going to be on the side. And then the flight was the most expensive thing. I was like, God dang, for the flight for Easter weekend, and I don't know if it's because the flight companies know it's Easter weekend and WrestleMania, but like the cost of a flight, I could go to Europe and back. I think it's $2,000 a person. And that's from either me flying from RDU, where I live at, or MCO, where me and I would, if we flew there, because my mom lives in Florida. Okay, she lives in Polk County. Or Tampa's further out. Tampa still. Or if we all flew and met his dad there at BNA in Nashville and flew out. It's all, it don't matter where. It's $2,000. That's either straight flight or like stop flights. And I was like, that's crazy. So I was like, I don't know. More than likely, I'm not. I want to, but I'm not. Feels up to me. Like I said, my favorites are PLEs are EC and Survivor Series. Money in the Bank will be third. For my son, it is the Rumble, WrestleMania. I think he said, did he say, I think he either said, I think he either said SummerSlam or Money in the Bank was his third. But, yeah. So Bayley ended up beating Candice. So, DIY or Johnny was end up talking to Motor City Machine Guns. Ciampa seen it, got upset, was upset with Johnny, even though Johnny knew them for a while, because he was like, they just took our titles and you over here having a conversation with him. And Johnny was like, I've known him since I was 19. I don't know how old he is. I'm assuming Johnny gotta be like 31. I'm saying, so I'll be like, you known them for the past 12 years. And then Ciampa was like, I've known you. Like, you, and we're partners. Like, don't converse with the enemy. And I'm like, I get that when you focusing on teams, but y'all low-key sometimes, a lot of times, the fourth wall be broke. Kind of, sort of. Or not broken, it's like a glass door. It's not totally broken. Because, like, we know that real life cultivated friendships are put in the forefront when they have certain battles, especially with the women. Like when Naomi and Bayley, or Naomi and like the other two women from the big three. Stuff like that, like cultivated for, or like Nia and Candice, or stuff like that. So for that, we know certain people have. So, or like now they're showing New Day and like Jay. So, for that to be like, he'd be like, so I was like, oh, okay. Like, we getting, I guess the Sicilian cycle. Everybody's from that's another country's a psycho. I don't think nobody's worse than the Scottish psycho. Like, Drew got the crown on that, okay? I don't know if Ciampa called himself the Sicilian psycho, or if that's something that Graves just called him. But it could work. But I don't think he's psychotic. I just think he got rage. Like, Drew is psychotic, okay? He plays that really well, okay? So, I don't know. And then he, so he ends up, what's happening? He ends up storming off or whatever. And Randy comes out to the ring. Randy walks by them. And I'm like, okay. And low-key, he looked even bigger than he did. He gotta be like 295 now, if not. Because when he first came back a year ago, he was 275. Then he came back and was like, he was 275. And he was like, your boy 290, I've been eating. And I was like, how much bigger are your legs gonna get? Like, god dang, okay? I'm like, my legs seem pretty, you know what I'm saying? For my size, my calves, my knee hurt. and all that. But I'm like, his it's all muscle. Like his is all, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, God dang. So he come out, rip his shirt. It's like, come on, let's go. KO's at the entrance. The thing that had me cracking up is Kevin had a shirt on today. It said, Kevin is right. So I was like, not him wearing that shirt. First of all. Second of all, it depends on your perspective. If you go from the perspective of Randy hit, if we're going based off the hit alone, Randy retaliated because KO hit him. And in the midst of all the energy going on and adrenaline, that's reflex. That's, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, he would apologize or he would have said whatever. But in this situation, it'd have been what it was. But if we go on based off of everything collectively, then KO is right when it comes to that. Because why would you align yourself up with someone that not only have you had issues with, the whole main event was based off of y'all two going against each other. Even though Roman had enough respect for you to be like, leave, to tell everybody on the bloodline, past and present, to leave you alone, y'all still got a love-hate thing. You know what I'm saying? More so a hate thing. But even so, to the point where on Raw, Seth was like, and I see alliances forming with like Cody. He was responding to Cody and Roman. He was like, and I said, I was told I can't even speak on that. Because I'm like, my man's went from him being part of the Shield, breaking them up, whatever, but him and Roman being brothers, to y'all two hating each other. Then for y'all to line yourselves up in Survivor Series, and then him to help you at WrestleMania to overcome and get this championship, for y'all team up. I feel some type of way too about Seth. That's why I was like, low-key, Kevin ain't wrong, okay? He been fighting the bloodline for the longest. When I sat there and watched, like I said, the bloodline story, because I watched Jimmy's story a couple weeks ago. I watched Jay's story. At one point in time, I think I watched the Usos story together. Like, showing them being like the undisputed tag team champions. So like when they show certain clips, all of this is from the past 4, almost 5 years. A lot of stuff that they show, and some of these clips are the same, but some of them are different. Because when I watched the Bloodline story, I think it had a part 1, part 2, or something like that. And when I watched the first part, I was like, well, Roman and the Usos, I was like, some of this stuff I ain't seen in the other stuff. 1. And 2, I was like, Kevin done fought them the most, so he feels some type of way. So as a friend, if we cool, I would feel some type of way, because you know the strife that I'm going through with you. I don't want you. You don't went through strife in hell with them. I don't went through strife in hell with them. If it wasn't KO fighting Bloodline, it was Drew in some form or fashion. It was them two. I done had strife with them. Daggone Seth. Daggone almost everybody, but them two mainly. Sami got backstabbed now. He, you know what I'm saying? The situation he's in. So I'll feel some type of way too. Randy with RK Bro, and then this RKO. So it's a situation. And so in that aspect, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's 100% validated. So KO beats the people off. Then he comes out and he gets pile drivered. Because I looked down those tweets and looked up and I was like, what happened? Thank God for replay. They showed it. They put him on a stretcher. They had him in the hospital. Took him to the hospital. Cody went with him. So I was like, that's the way I looked. I was like, I said, so is this an injury or is this an injury? Because if it's an injury, I see at Survivor Series, KO getting a rematch with Cody. Which now, because he only cares about himself, will be a better matchup. But at the same time, I was like, you know, to set them up for Survivor Series or whatever. I don't know if Cody's going to... Cody might lose the title after this. I don't know. I don't know. Like, if KO won... Because I'm sitting here trying to think, like, how would that go? If you win the title... I don't know. I honestly don't see Cody losing that title until he fights John Cena before he retires and Randy Orton again. Why do you need Cash App? My son just be requesting apps on his phone. I have to approve. Sorry, that's why I'm looking. A notification just came up. Don't even have no. So yeah, I was like, who would KO fight? Because I'm like, it's not a lot of individuals on SmackDown. Like, he could probably fight Santos. He could probably fight Theory and Grayson individually. Randy, Cody could go back for his title. Both bloodlines. Solo. Nope. He is blood. Jacob. Like, I don't know. So, they put him in a stretcher. They got away. And that's why I was like, is it an injury? Because the ambulance just so happened to be there. So then they showed Roman, I think, Jay asking Roman what was that. And Roman had said something. And then Jay pulled on his arm. And Jay was like, I told you got one time. Like, that's your free pass. That's all you getting. You had one time with me. That was your one time, okay? Like, don't come over here with that. Like, we got an alliance for now. We still got to work it out. It ain't going to happen because we got together for one match. It's going to take some time. And, like, I'm bigger than what I was. I got more... Not just the fact that the world loves him, but the fact that the persona that he has now is more confident than the persona he had prior to being the right-hand man. Like, you can't come as someone that was mind manipulated near persona but prior to, and then come out on the other side. Think the same stuff gonna work. Because either you're gonna get cussed out and beat up, or they not gonna deal with you. It's one of the two. So he told him what he told him. And he walked off. Jimmy was like, hey, man, like I told you. And he was like, well, why don't you go with your brother? Jimmy made a face and was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? And then Roman was sitting there by himself. And I was like, you can't be pulling this. No, it's only two of them that really like you for real. You can't be doing that. We don't know where the hell Paul at. I mean, I thought Paul was going to come to 2,300. He didn't. Which I'm sad about. Because I caught, what part of 23? I missed the first 20 minutes of that in NXT. That's why I didn't make a video on that either, because my son had basketball practice. Missed the first 20 minutes, caught the Javon versus the West Lee match, part of it. And I was mad as hell I missed that match, because that's the match I wanted to see. That and the 5-on-5 with the women. But them two matches, the main match I want to see, because I love West. West is one of my favorites. Like I said, I found him on React. It was him, JCJ, Trick, Tony, and Ricky, and I forgot who else. Who else was on there? But because I watched React channel videos on YouTube, and that's how I discovered who they was. Because I wasn't watching NXT like that. And then I started watching again after I heard, see the interview with Muscle Man Malcolm before Solo came to NXT. And I found him, I guess because I watched, they was on my React when I was watching, the algorithm had me find Muscle Man Malcolm, or Malcolm, that's what he calls himself. And that's how I ended up watching his interviews with Solo and started watching NXT. And then I started getting more videos of him and ended up getting seeing videos of like him and Jacob, and then like last year him and Zilla and all this other stuff. So it's crazy how algorithms work. Just what I say, I work from home and I'll have YouTube playing in the background and like Impulsive will come up on my stuff, and then for a little bit like Undertaker stuff will come up, and I'll just be like, well, I was watching Chris Van V's vlog, or it came up on my thing, stuff like that. And for a while, Nightcap was on my stuff. None of that's on my stuff now. It's more like React Channel, Dish Nation, them two are constants. Stuff from WWE, stuff from TNA. A lot of TNA stuff is coming up on my stuff now. Flash, the TV show. And I stopped watching that, I think, after season 5. Because they kept adding shows. It was too much. CW was trying to take over my life. CW was trying to take over my life. I started watching Arrow because my brother-in-law told me how good of a show it was. Then when The Flash appeared on the show, one episode, I had to go back and binge watch The Flash to catch up because I was confused. Then when I was watching Flash, Supergirl ended up on one show talking about, they was talking about something about, yeah, when we went to Supergirl's, and I was like, now I gotta go back and watch. Now I'm watching 3 shows. Then when they veered off and made Legends, that was 4 shows, and that was like, Black Lightning came out. So I was glad because I was like, I ain't gotta watch this show. It's not tied to nothing. Okay? Then when they did the crossover Black Lightning, I said, I ain't watching no more. I'm not watching it no more. I ain't watched Batwoman. I think I watched the first premiere episode. I ain't watched Superman and Lois because I was like, I ain't got time. Y'all trying to take my life over, okay? I be wanting to watch other stuff. Now since I think all of them are over, I think Superman and Lois is the only thing on there. I might binge watch it. But then I heard some of the shows got a little weird. So I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, so like my eyes. But yeah, so then after that, oh, my eyes are burning. DIY allergies. I don't even smoke. I had a sinus infection. I was messing up my eyes 2 weeks ago. Now a respiratory infection messing up my allergies and stuff. This week is like the worst thing in life. Okay, and then DIY fought Pretty Deadly. They showed Corey and Cole. I like the wine color Corey was wearing. And I think the Bills was there. I don't know who was behind Cole that had that jacket on with like the alligators and the pink and stuff like that. I like that jacket. Okay. And then what else? Ciampa was so mad. He had Elton Prince and kept just banging him up against the announcement table and just like, and I was like let the man breathe, okay? Let him breathe. Didn't even, I think Johnny wanted to get tagged into the match. Ciampa didn't even acknowledge the fact that, I shouldn't even use the word acknowledge. He didn't even care to go over there and do it. He just pinned Elton and was like, that's it. I don't even know, did Kit Wilson even get in the ring? I don't know. I was like, talk about a squash match. I was like, Ciampa mad as hell. And I was like, between the two, they had good cop, bad cop. Ciampa would definitely be bad cop. Because I'm like, this ain't a thing that just happened. Like, for people that's been paying attention. This thing has been going on for months, okay? It started out in Raw when he was getting pissed that Truth kept calling him Triple H. Then he went to Smackdown. And I think something else happened. And he got pissed at the beginning. Then they got the tag titles and that calmed down. Then I think it was a situation with the bloodline. He was a little upset. Then it was the stuff with DIY. And it calmed down for a little bit. And then I'm trying to get their titles back. So then it was like a whole thing. So now, my curls are drying up. So now, it's like, I don't know. Now it's like he's mad. So I was like, if them two split up, what's going to happen? I don't know how that's going to work. To me, I don't think I've ever heard like Ciampa do mic promos. Like most of the time they do like the promo segments, it's both of them. They're talking about who they're gonna face. Like when they fought Street Profits and stuff like that, like they did a package little promo thing that was pre-taped. But I was like, I don't think I've ever heard him like on a mic. Like with Johnny, I've heard him on a mic, and I've seen him wrestle. So I'm like, okay, but I don't remember that for Ciampa. So, we'll see, cause I don't know. I don't know what the direction will go for. It could go nowhere, or it could go infinite number of places, and that's the kicker, depending on who will be over like booking them and writing their stuff. So then I think Nia was talking to Tiff, and Tiff was like, if you win this, you will be the most dominant woman in the women's division. And I was like, I thought I was. And then Candice came out and was like, girl, she's basically like, you got this match for you. And she was like, had everything gone to play, Nia, you would have won Saudi. And then she was like, had I been there, you'd have won. Or something like that. And I think Tiff was like, didn't you just get pinned? And it's been the thing. So I'm like, if they was to form a faction, it would be a rift between Tiffany and Candice. But honestly, I don't see them forming a faction, because I already said that I think that Tiffany is going to cash in between Survivor Series and the Royal Rumble. If she don't do it by then, I might be surprised. She might be the first woman to cash in at WrestleMania, but I would be surprised. Like that sweet spot is, I think, when she would do it. Which by then she's been on the main roster a year. I'm totally okay with that. Like she's earned a spot. The whole revenge thing with her and Nia would be something. So then Nia's gear looked awesome. Wasn't a fan of her hair today. Normally I'm a fan of her hair, whether she's in a wig, ponytail, natural curls, whatever. But I'm like, I don't know what's going on with the wig, or if she had a blowout. But I didn't like it. And then Tiff, I just wonder what the inspiration was for her gear. Because all I could think about is, no shade, a picnic table blanket, but like a Barbie style one. And I think I know that because my sister, when we were little, because there was 4 of us, 3 girls and a boy, my brother got his own Christmas gift, but my grandparents bought us the big Barbie dream house, and we had that. And then my sister, our parents, like Santa, gave us certain stuff, and she wanted the Barbie camper, and the Barbie camper had a pink and white plaid like tablecloth or picnic cloth or something like that. So like that's what no at the time, before Chelsea was named Chelsea, the Barbie, she was named Kelly. That's how old I am. And her thing to wrap her in was pink and white, and that's what that gear looks like. Ooh, I dug that from the deepest part of my brain. That just came back to my memory. But Nia's gear looked cute, and then we trying to figure out what Jade and Bianca was wearing. And when I saw Jade's gear, I was like, okay, so they're wearing the Flintstone, Holly Berry Flintstone gear. That's what I call it, with the StormiEST Duo wearing. Because I'm like, the only other black woman I've seen outside of Pam Grier wear like print in the movie has been Halle Berry when she played the girl in the Flintstone movie. Okay, that I remember. Oh, I just remembered another movie, but that I remember. I was about to say, I think Kim Willie wore it next Friday. But so for a while, I forgot who started the match. I think Tiffany started the match, her and Jade, and then Jade ended up fighting tagging Bianca. They was going at it. I can't remember who started the match. I just remember Jade was on fire and she was going at it. And then I saw her spear Tiffany, and I was like, I was trying to remember when the last time I seen Bianca spear somebody. And then I remember Jade coming in the ring and Bianca Nia coming in the ring, and I was like, oh snap. And I was like, well, this could be payback for when she was messing with her daughter some months ago. And then Bianca was gonna go to the top rope. Candice came out of nowhere and knocked her down, and Tiffany was like, I don't need help, da 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 da. And after that happened, Naomi came out of nowhere and start fighting. But I'm like, okay, the big three fighting. She came to help the other girls from the big three, you know, sisterhood, whatever. And then Nia came around the corner and knocked her out. And because at one point in time, I remember Bianca tried to lift up, I was about to call her by her real name, Nia, and to the KOD. But she ended up, I think, doing the KOD on Chelsea. I mean, not Chelsea. Tiffany, and they lost. So the girls kept their titles. So then Nick announced a very important announcement and announced the U.S. Women's Championship, which a lot of people have been talking about. But I feel like, I'm like, whoever watches these videos or work for WWE, either we got the same brain, and I probably got the same brain as a lot of people that watch this, or y'all just need to just put me on the payroll. Put me on the payroll. Because I said at one point in time, because I was like, they need a women's IC and WWE USA. And I was like, no, they don't. And I was like, they need, and I specifically said they need a U.S. title for women here on SmackDown, because all the women, except for, all the women are single women. Like, they're not tag teams at all. They're single, like even Jade and Bianca, they're single women. So they need another title. It's a lot of them. And then I was like, the tag team title really can, the championship really could go to Raw and NXT. Like, they can do that over there, because it's enough women over there. At the time it was, I felt like. And they have enough factions and tag teams over there where they could keep the tag title over there. So that way, each women have a mid-card type title. So the U.S. title will be the mid-card title for SmackDown. And then the tag titles will be the mid-card title for Raw more so, and a little bit in NXT. And that way, the Raw one will have a mid-card title, but it'll be together. It'll be two of them instead of one. My eyes are getting low. And I was like, the first person that came to mind was Mi Chen. And I said, maybe Naomi. And then I was like, I would have said Tegan then too at the time, but she got released. But then someone said, then Chelsea had put on Twitter, it was like, it's me. And I said, I didn't even think of you. I don't know why my brain didn't think of her. But I was like, I would not be mad at that. Because my brain went, this was my brain. I went Mi Chen first, off the rip. Okay? Then it was Naomi or Candice. And I ain't talking about that speed title. Like, give it to somebody else. Candice could be one of the top three. Okay, I don't know if y'all gonna do this thing in Survivor Series and introduce the title, or if y'all, I don't know what's gonna happen. I was like, or Chelsea wouldn't be a bad choice now. Chelsea wouldn't be a bad choice, only because she's hilarious. She cut a promo. She is stylish. She's gotten so much better in the ring, being in the dungeon, ever since she got re-signed. Like last year, before she got up with Sonya, she was not that good in the ring. Like you knew she knew how to do it, but she wasn't fine-tuned. Then when she became tag title champions with Sonya, I don't know if it was the working with her to help her improve, or working individually, or both. But like she got fine tweaked real well. Okay. Then Sonya got injured and she ended up with Piper and been with Piper ever since. But I don't see like that'd be good. I would love for Michin to get it, because honestly, that's who I wanted to win the Women's North American Championship for NXT. Kalani wasn't even on my radar. Sorry. I think I said, because I remember it was 6 women. And it was her, Fallon, Lash, Soka, Kalani, and God dang, I don't know. I can't remember who the 6th person was. But my top 3 I wanted to get it was Michin, Soka, or Lash. I can't remember who the 6th person was at all. Did I say Fallon? It might have been Adriana. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, I've been had said that. So then Motor City Machine Gun had ended up fighting A-Town Down Under, which I had my niece here for like a couple hours playing with my son, and so I was being auntie and mama. I didn't really pay attention to this match, to be honest with you. I did see the one part where homeboy looked like he hurt his knee a little bit, and then them picking up the victory. A-Town Down Under still lost. But before they was walking up to that match, I was like, Grayson looked like he done got a little more cut now. I was like, I don't know if it's because he was like, if I'm going to take off my shirt next to Theory, I need to be just as cut, or what? Like, he looked like this, I need to look like that. Or if they just been hanging together a lot because they are tag teams and you want to keep up. Like, I feel like Roman's in pretty good shape. Like, for example, Roman's in pretty good shape, but when he teamed up with The Rock, and you know The Rock's workout routine, he was like, all right, I gotta be like that to keep up with this man. Because he was like, we was working out together, and he was like, we were training together. Like, he's teaching me or getting me back in ring shape. And I'm like, and I think Roman's kept that up. So I think, like, with Grayson being with Theory, it's kind of like the same thing. And then yeah, they said something about an update on Randy and him having a cervical injury. I was like, ooh, that's basically a spinal cord injury. And I was like, okay, that kind of sucks. Oh, I'm tired, y'all. And I was like, okay. So then let me try to braid this up, because I'm about to braid it and go back to sleep. I just needed it to breathe because my scalp was itching. So then they had the Undisputed thing. Of course, my song come on. I'm drinking it all. And they come out. Oh, before that, when they was in the ring, Sami walked away. He was at the top of the thing. They showed Jacob on there cutting a promo. And I was so proud. I said, yes, y'all are finally letting Jacob cut a promo. And I was like, I cannot wait. And somebody had clipped it. And somebody was like, he was the first person that had the guts to call Roman stupid. And then I was like, somebody was like, I can't wait till he said he gonna dog walk somebody. And I was like, well, I don't think he gonna say that, only because even though he said that in the independent scene private on other promos, I was like, I don't think he gonna say that because Jay said it already. And you know, a lot of people that don't know the history, they gonna think that he tried to copy when it's the other way around, for one. Then I was like, for two, I was like, Jay did it. I was like, it was good, but it wasn't like Jacob's. And what's going on with my hair? So my braid just about to be a mess. So somebody had retweeted it or clipped it and put it on Twitter, and I was like, listen, I said, my man is the whole package. Y'all know he could wrestle. I said he toned it down a lot on WWE. I said he could wrestle his tail off. I was like, he could cut a promo. I said, whenever he becomes a champion, it's gonna be a problem. You hear me? Like, it's gonna be a problem. Like, cause he is insane. Okay. So then he had his little ceremony. And before he got to talk, Roman had pulled a J, and they played his music, and he came out. So then I think it was before Roman was like, Buffalo, acknowledge me. This how sick and slow I am. Cause like when I'm under the weather, I can't think straight. When they showed the Buffalo Bills, I was like, my brain didn't even think about Buffalo, New York. I was like, are they in Rochester or Syracuse? That's legit what I thought. Because I don't know. I'm just tired. And then so that's where my brain was. But he came out and Solo was like, oh, Roman asks, is anybody or Buffalo, do you want to acknowledge Solo as your tribal chief? And he was like, no, or something. They was like, no, and all this other stuff. So he was like, well, I need you to acknowledge me as the undisputed tribal chief. And I was like confused, because I was like, how you undisputed and you don't have any titles or held no titles? I was like, you got the Ula Fala, but I was like, that's it. Is that count? Because I'm like, Roman was undisputed because he actually had the title. Like what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is happening? So he said what he said, and he was like, he had said something, was like, we could do it out. So Roman was like, you mean War Games? And to me, that running segment was kind of, because I was like, okay. I expected them to be like, fight, and then be like, I see you in War Game. But so like, okay, he was like, well, we got 5. He was like, how you gonna be a tribal chief and you ain't got no tribe? That's what Solo told him. I said, well, he ain't wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, you came out there by yourself. You done dismissed Jimmy, who helped you at Bad Blood, and then Jay told you what it was, and you still acting like he the manipulated right hand man, and then you don't even want you or Jimmy don't want Solo in the group. And then he was like, we got our 5. He was like, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he said the 5th. He held his hand up. So my thought was, is he talking about The Rock? Like, who is he talking about? Like, who are we talking about? So, I need this part first. So he was like, it's him, me. Then he said, and Solo. Solo is not Solo, Sami. It's too many S's. Sami is the 5th member. And Sami come out all slow and quiet. And the reaction was like, and I was like, is it the people or is it my hearing? I was like, their action, it's not giving the reaction I wanted to give. So Roman makes a face. Of course, they jump Roman. The Usos come out and help. And Sami's still up there helping. I'm like, Jacob and them super kick him. He do his little thing and he holding, I love you, Solo, and all that. Sami is still looking crazy. Okay. And then Solo's like, kick him in the face. So Sami does a kick and kicks Solo in the face. So then the crowd goes crazy. So after that, I think Roman Superman punches Solo, and he ends up I think spearing him. And after that, Jay and Jimmy join him in the ring. And join him in the ring, and I think Jay holds up his one first, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think Jimmy holds his up. And then Solo, holds his up. Not Solo, Sami. I think it's one like that. And then Roman looks and he holds his up. And I was like, oh snap. I said, we about to do something now. And the programming goes off. But I was like, are they going to do 4-on-4 this year? Or are they going to do 5-on-5 and they're going to have 2 more people? I'm like, so if we're going to have 2 more people, we're going to have to get, 2 more of his bloodline members, which is 1,000 of them. They deep. Okay? 2 more bloodline members to come and do their thing, and that's it. But I was like, if they do bloodline for the women, I was like, it could be Nia, Candice, and Tiffany, but I was like, Tiffany and Candice don't really like each other. And I was like, who would be the 4th member? Because I don't know. I could see it being them 3 and then being like Piper and Chelsea. And then I guess on the other side, then on the other side, it could be the big 3 and Bayley and Michin. Because I'm like, Michin gets along with Bayley. She gets along with Naomi. And she gets along with Bianca. I don't think her and Jay's ever had a interaction, good or bad, but she down with the team. And Michin, I think, was it Christmas? I think she was in a Christmas match last year this time. No, that was her. I think her against Io. But Michin be down to ride with the girls too. So if that's the case, that's gonna be an interesting match too, because it would be confrontation or confliction on both sides. Like, you got the confliction of Nia getting her title maybe taken away because Tiffany's on her thing, and then Tiffany and Candice having issues, and then you also got the conflict of Bayley and Bianca, and that whole situation, and then like Naomi being in the middle of that. And so it's like, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like the tension in the women right now, because bloodline stuff is bloodline stuff, and this could go on forever. But like the tension in the women's part, and we know could be short-lived or prolonged, but it's good. So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. I can't believe it's already November 8th. It's crazy. Christmas gonna be here in 2 weeks. Literally. Like, not literally, but you know, because time's going by so fast. Anyways, I hope everyone has a good night. I'm about to put a bonnet on and take some medicine and go to bed, which I hate taking medicine. And get ready for my son's soccer game tomorrow. And y'all be safe and be blessed out here, especially with the climate that we're in. No matter who you voted for, you know what I'm saying? I just pray that you're not a bigot. Whoever's watching this, you're not racist. You're not a bigot. Like, people have to learn that people can have difference of opinions, live differently than you, not agree with everything you say, and y'all could still be friends, or y'all could still have a respect for each other. Like, this idea in this new day and age where if they don't agree with what you're saying, they're your op, or you don't like them, or they're not right, or something like that. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand it. I guess I was raised different, or I was around more cultures and stuff, being from where I'm from. Because when I grew up, people could have different religions, we were different cultures, different backgrounds, different political views, and still be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, nobody really cares. People care enough to be nosy. Some care enough to be nosy just because they're nosy. Some people care enough to be nosy because low-key they're fascinated with you in a positive way. Some people care to be nosy because low-key they're fascinated with you in a negative way, and they want to get as much information as they can to try to like humiliate you or get dirt on you. But other than that, after people find out certain stuff about you, or y'all have conversations, don't nobody care, because everybody got their own stuff going on in their life. So the fact that people be like so invested and hate other people is crazy to me. Like, but some of y'all in these cult situations, that's all I'm gonna say, and don't even know it. That's the sad part. I pray that you get understanding and know real quick, okay, that you are in a cult, and to get the hell up out of there before you look up and it's years later, and then you're reflecting on your life and realize, oh hell. You know. Anyways, have a good night, okay? I hope you have a good night. Love you all, bye.